Hi there, thanks for checking out Snaply. Today I'm going to give you a quick demo of how it works and how you can use it. The idea is that you will be able to transform any text on any app to do anything you would do with a ChatGPT or Gemini. Basically, rephrase me this sentence, correct the grammar, make it in proper English, translate it to a different language, format it for a specific use case like a linear ticket or maybe a Notion page. To get started, it's super simple. When you select some text in an app, you'll see this blue dot. By clicking the blue dot, you'll be prompted with a set of options. You can use a grammar correction, polish, which will rephrase the sentence, something you could use for an email or an essay, for example. You then have custom requests. This is just a chat input where you can ask specific transformations to the LLM. And finally, you have this translation where you can simply pick a language from a list and translate any message to that language. Finally, we have these other modes. At the moment, we don't have any mode, but you are also able to create your own custom modes. So let's say you are a product manager and you want to create a linear ticket with a specific structure. You would create your own custom modes, and then just by clicking on this custom mode, you're going to be able to transform any text to the proper format. To get started, we can see we have this sentence with some typos across the various words. If we click on grammar, LLM is going to be super quick because it's local, it's going to rephrase it properly. We can see here as well where we have a single verb and a plural noun that we can easily correct it. Finally, we can also try to rephrase it, so we can see run on a bike are, which of course is not correct, a great memory from my childhood. If we go on polish, you can see riding a bike remains a cherished memory of my childhood, which could be a bit more polished. This works on any app, so even if you are on Google Chrome, let's say that Toby just tried Snaply and I want to send him an email. I can start the normal dictation from Snaply. Hey Toby, thanks so much for trying out Snaply. How did the trial go? Would you be happy to share the app internally with the rest of the team? Let me know if there is anything we can do to improve it. Wishing you a great day. Best, Giacomo. And after we have the email, we can easily click on polish, and this will format it properly with new lines, greetings, everything is correctly formatted. These are the main features. We know that Toby is a German speaker, so just for the sake of it, we could translate it to German. The other thing you might want to check out or try is, you can see here we have instant and chat. So instant, as you saw, just replaces the text in place, while chat will open a chat on the side. For example, if we select this email, we click chat, and then we go change, translate to German, we're gonna get the email, the German email here, and we can decide whether we want to regenerate, we want to ask the AI do some more refining, or we can simply click on replace, and we can see that now we have the German text instead of the English text. Let's say we're not happy with the replacement, you would do your normal Command Z to go back, and you can see you just go normally back. And that's it for the how it works side. I'm now gonna go into the settings to show you a couple of things. If we go on the settings, we can go on AI shortcuts, configuration. We have some basic settings. By default, I show you we present this blue dot when you select some text. But let's say this annoys you. You can definitely turn it off. Now that's off. Even if I select some text, you can see that no dot appears. Or you can even show the entire menu view as soon as you select the text, so you don't have to click again. We just present it on selection. My preferred is minimized. Alternatively, you can also turn it off, because you can always open the panel with a shortcut. The shortcut to open the panel is this one, right option. You can definitely change it. For example, you can click on change, and then you have your various options that you can pick from. You can even record a custom shortcut. For now, I leave it to right option on my keyboard. Then you can set the default for the chat. So now when you select a text, it's always by default on instant. But if you prefer to have the chat settings by default, you can also do that. And after you select some text, you're going to be in chat mode by default. And finally, we can look at the assistant modes. We have this option. You can change the order. So let's say you always use, I don't know, improve. You want to have it as the first option. You can definitely set it to be the first option. You can see that now we have polish here. But you can also add a new mode. This would be something like format a ticket, and then here you would add your instructions. These you could find it like ask, for example, ChatGPT, hey, can you write me a great prompt? Actually, let's do that. Hey, can you write me a great prompt to format a linear ticket? I want to have the title first, then I want to have the main request, then I want to have a user story, and then some implementation details. Also generate 3 fake tickets with 3 fake formats. For example, the initial ticket is just going to be a continuous string of text, and the formatted version is going to be the formatted version. For example, we're going to have the title, then we're going to have the main user story, then we're going to have some bullet points and everything else I just mentioned. So we're going to have a main prompt used from a small LLM plus 3 short examples that are going to give it some guidelines on how to format this text. Now that we have the prompt, we just send it. Hopefully ChatGPT can do what we requested. We can get the prompt, start pasting it, we then add the few shots. These are input message and model output. For the input message, we just get a plain text as we expected, and then we have this output. You might have to try different prompts, different examples, of course. It's never sure what the LLM will do. That's why we also exactly give these examples to give it some extra guidelines. You can add as many examples as you want. Usually between 3 and 5 is the best, gives you the best result, but you can do it differently. And yeah, let's see how these ones works. You can always edit, refine, modify. So you have a lot of customization here. You can change it as you want. Okay, so now we have the 3 examples. We save this mode, we have format ticket mode. Let's now try to write a ticket. I don't know what will come out. It might not work, sometimes it happens. In that case, we would just go back to the prompt and keep iterating on it. I want to build a new feature for my AI dictation app. I would like to store past dictations and have also the transcription stored on the file system of the user. This way they can always go back and check their history. A user story would be, yesterday I dictated something and I would like to have the same text again to reuse it, and I could find it there. A different user story would be, I tried the dictation when the transcription was pasted, it was pasted on the wrong app, and now I cannot reuse the dictation I just dictated. I have to repeat myself again. If I had an history view, I could just copy the transcription from the history. So we just dictated our ticket. Now, hopefully, we can just come here, go on other modes, format a ticket. You can see we have the title, the user story, the various points. it actually worked pretty well. So we're not gonna ask other changes, we're just gonna click replace, and we have our formatted tickets. This would work for any example, so you don't need to use this specific format ticket. You can create other modes. And finally, as mentioned, you can also turn off some modes. Let's say we don't want to use translate that much. And we also want to have our format ticket at the top. We can do that, and now when we select some text, we have format ticket as the first option, and we remove translate so you don't see it in other modes anymore. That's it for the demo today. Let us know if you have any feedback and what we can improve. At the moment, the model is small and running locally. It doesn't discriminate on the user system, so no matter how powerful your laptop is, we're always using a 4 billion model. In the future, I think Nemotron 3 from NVIDIA is actually pretty good, a 30 billion parameter with 3 active. It's super fast and pretty smart actually for a local model. So that's gonna be the default for larger machines like 32 or 64, 128 gigs. For the 16 gigabytes, maybe the 4 billion model will still remain the default. Yeah, let us know what we can improve. Have a great day.